Hi everyone, I'm still waiting for staff to come back. As you can see, he is nowhere in sight because he's still on the telephone. Again, he has been doing this for a long time now. I've been waiting here for I don't know how long. He's been on the phone for most of the day, so I don't know if I should say something or not. But we'll see, because he's also been texting, so but we will see. I'll wait to see if he comes back or not. And alright, so stay tuned. I'll be back. Bye. Well, hello everyone. I am back again. So as you saw in the last video, my staff went outside to take a phone call. And, okay, so it's the next day, sorry. But he was outside for like a half an hour on the telephone. And from what I know is technically when you're working with a client or working with somebody in this field that he's working in, you are not supposed to take phone calls when you're on shift with a client. Well, unless it's, let's say, if it's an important call or if it's your boss, someone calling you from work or things like that, then those are okay to take those phone calls. Or if you're using a GPS on your phone, being on your phone for that is fine. But if your family, if it's just to gab or to talk to somebody or texting or anything like that, you're not allowed to do that. Because technically, you're supposed to be paying attention to the client and doing what the client needs you to do. You're there to provide service for that person. So if you're not doing that, then, technically you're not really providing any services. So that's why I say, it's very important to pay attention to your client's needs. And so I feel that the person that he's been doing doing this periodically ever since, like, he'll start from the time he starts shift, he's on the phone the whole time during shift until the time to ending shift. So I've had, been thinking about it, because it's not just the phone calls on the phone. He's also talking on the phone while driving. He's actually been texting while driving, and that is very unsafe. Technically, it's illegal, for one, and technically, if you have someone in your car, you are responsible for that person. So what would happen if this particular person got into a car accident because he was either on the phone or they were texting while driving, when technically he's not supposed to, or they're not supposed to do that. So what are they going to tell their boss if they get into an accident? Because they're not paying attention to the road. And things can happen just within a second, or somebody could be running across the road and you don't see them. A lot of things can happen. So, when I started working with this person, well, I want to use a name, so I'm going to call him Ian, not his real name. This is just a name for the video, because I want to put a name to a person, but I don't want to use the actual person's name, so we're going to use Ian for the male name. Basically, Ian has been working with me for a few months, or a little while at least. We just started working together. And so I feel like I need to be doing more to have Ian participate with me. And I feel like, to me, he is getting bored. He needs to be doing more. He needs to be on a regular schedule. I'm like, I don't know why I would have to provide him with stuff. It is his job to be doing stuff with me and working with me and being able to provide those things without me having to be like, okay, who's the staff? Is Ian the staff person, or am I the staff person? You know, things have to, kind of figure that part out. Who's the staff role here? Because I feel like it has to be me most of the time, because otherwise, how did our roles get reversed? Like, that, to me, I feel like that has happened a lot. Because ever since we've started, everything has been going well. I mean, the first thing started to happen when Ian started falling asleep during his shift, and I kind of questioned that a little bit, and I didn't want to say anything, but then someone else said something to somebody, so then I decided to say, he's falling asleep during shift. What is happening? But then come to find out, when I talked to him, he's working another job besides working with me. So when he's doing a shift with that particular person, it's awake overnight and not asleep overnight. So technically when he gets here, he's tired. So that makes things a little hard. So basically, so from what he describes to me is like, he'll come into work on Saturdays in the morning, and he'll work with me, and he's not falling asleep, but he's tired, but he's not tired. But the following day, he seems to be more tired because of his other job. He has to do a wake overnight. And so I felt like, maybe he should go home and not work with me if he's gonna be falling asleep. But he's like, oh no, everything's fine, it's all good. But then my concerns were, what if he's driving down the road and if he falls asleep behind the wheel. I've had those concerns, but things have changed after that. A lot of things have gotten better ever since we've had that conversation. But then but the phone thing has continued. So I am a little concerned, not just because of him being on the phone all the time. But Ian likes to text a lot while driving. And, or he's talking on the phone while driving, or he's doing, like, share screens, or not a lot of share screens, but just that one time. But it can only take it can take, just a second to have an accident. It could take a long time to have an accident. So after that day I went to the park, I actually asked, I'm going to call the woman Sharon, Sharon, not real name, what I should do about it. For confidentiality reasons, I am changing the names of the people because I want to use names, but for confidentiality reasons, I'm changing the names. These are not the names of the actual people. These are just kind of like stage names to kind of help tell the story. But anyway, so I asked her what she thought I should do. And she said I should talk to the supervisors about it. And so, and I told her that, I don't want him getting in trouble because I do like him. He is an awesome staff. I do enjoy working with him. And we get along and all that. Him and my husband get along. But like I said, I do feel like I still have some concerns about the texting and driving, the phone calls while driving, and the constant, like, what is he talking about? Not what is he talking about, but who is he talking to while he is working with me. Like, but when he does that, that takes away from me, that takes away hours from my time that he is supposed to be working with me. So, and then he's just getting paid to talk on the phone and not necessarily work with me. That to me does not seem right. So when I did call, I actually did think about it, and after talking to Sharon, as I'm going to call her Sharon, after talking with her and after thinking about it, I did actually call her boss. And we're going to call her Dominic. I'm not sure if it's going to be a good female name, but we'll do it anyway. And I actually talked to her, and I said, for one, Sharon's doing a good job helping me out with certain things, and I said, I want to give her a praise because I've been struggling with a lot of stuff, medical health wise and dietary wise, and she has been helping me throughout that. So I want to give a praise to her and all that stuff. We've been working awesome together. My husband likes her, so we've been doing a great good. But then, I told her that I want to talk to her about some of the concerns about the male staff. Because, this has been going on for a while now, and I feel that he needs to kind of, what is the word? not be on the phone all the time, kind of help me a little bit with some things, and not be on the phone when I need him the most, because there's been times where I've been cooking and I've needed him to help me with that, but where he's been going outside talking on the phone, I've actually had to have my husband help me with certain things, which my husband does when staff's not here. But when staff's here, it's their job to help me with cooking and with cleaning and with whatever I struggle with. And if he is on the phone and not helping me, then what's he doing on shift to be helping me with stuff? So when I did call Dominic, I did let her know that I do want to keep Ian. He is a great staff. He's awesome. He is helpful when I can get him to do stuff. Like grocery shopping, helping me with certain things. He is good at doing some of those things. It's just trying to keep him off the phone while he's doing things with me, because sometimes I'm like, hello, are you still there? Is anybody in there? Because we're playing a game and seems like he checked out or something. So it's just like I was saying too, so I felt like, I don't want to say I felt like I was being ignored, but it does feel like I was being ignored, and I think he was ignoring me a little bit, so I don't want, and so when she told me that I can make choices on keeping him as staff, or I can have another staff person work with me if I didn't want to work with him, and I said, well, I don't want to get rid of him. I do like the guy, and we do have fun together. It's just trying to get him off the phone. It's a little hard. So basically we talked about changing his hours, and maybe designating times where he can be on the phone, and when he's not being on the phone, when he's working with me, and trying that out to see if that works. So I am definitely hoping that this plan works, that things work out this way, because I really want to keep him as staff, but I also want to feel safe. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that this works out, because I really do like him for staff. But I would actually want to mark this as an advocating video, and I would like for people to definitely advocate more. If you feel like your staff isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing, please talk to their supervisor, talk to a caseworker, and talk to somebody if you're having the similar issues that I've been having with Ian, because there could be other things going on with them, you don't know. It could be personal things going on that they have to deal with, but always make sure that their supervisor knows. If you're unhappy with the person, always tell somebody. Maybe they can find you somebody else, but always communicate your needs. Always communicate and say, okay, this isn't working out. Is there somebody else I can work with? So definitely advocate for yourself. if the person's doing the same thing that my staff has been doing, it is not okay. So please advocate for yourself. Always make sure that you're getting the hours that you need from staff, the dedication and all that. All right. So please like and subscribe to my channel. And any questions, comments, let me know. I'm always ready to answer those. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.